Israel warns Houthis and Iran risk same miserable fate as Hamas. Hezbollah at the UN.
Ceremony to announce the establishment of the new Vinh city.
Teachers in the Highlands protect their students from the cold.
You're watching today's news on NTV. My name is Nguyễn Thị and I will be your guide through today's latest update. Israel's ambassador to the United Nations issued what he called a final warning to Yemen's Iran-backed Houthi to halt their missile attack on Israel, saying they otherwise risk the same miserable fate as Hamas Hezbollah.
Targeting Israel.
Speaking at the United Nations Security Council, Israeli ambassador to the United Nations Danny Danon stressed that Israel will not tolerate further attacks by the Houthi forces. He also warns Tehran that Israel has the ability to strike any target in the Middle East, including in Iran, adding that Israel will not tolerate attacks by Iranian proxies. On the same day, the Israeli military said it had intercepted a missile launched from Yemen before it reached Israeli territory. However, a few hours after the Israeli military's statement, a senior Houthi member said the force would not stop attacks on Israel.
A South Korean court on Tuesday approved an arrest warrant for President Yoon Suk-yeol, the embattled leader who plunged the country into political chaos by his shock decision to declare martial law nearly a month ago.
The South Korean court's decision came after a joint investigation team from the Corruption Investigation Office of senior officials, the police and the investigation unit of the Ministry of National Defense of South Korea requested an arrest warrant for President Yoon Suk-yeol in connection with the martial law incident. Yoon is currently suspended from office and facing a criminal investigation on charges of rebellion. Investigators accuse President Yoon of abusing his power by declaring martial law and ordering the deployment of troops to the National Assembly to prevent lawmakers from voting against the decree. The crisis became even more serious after Yoon's replacement, Han Duck-soo, was impeached by the National Assembly for refusing to sign bills investigating the president.
This morning, Vinh City held a ceremony to announce the establishment of the new Vinh City, the new City Party Committee, and the decision of the Provincial Party Standing Committee on Personnel Work.
According to Resolution Note 1243 on the arrangement of district and commune-level administrative units of Nghệ An Province for the period 2023 to 2025, which takes effect from December 1, 2024, the Standing Committee of the National Assembly has resolved to merge the entire natural area of 29.09 square kilometers, population of 77.813 people of Kua Lo Town, and the entire natural area and population of 4 communes of Ghi Loc District into Vinh City. After the arrangement, Vinh City has a natural area of 16,622 square kilometers, population of 580,669 people and 33 administrative units at commune and ward levels. According to Resolution 1243 of the National Assembly Standing Committee and the decisions of the Provincial Party Committee, the Standing Committee of the Nghệ An Provincial Party Committee, the merger and formation of the Executive Committee, the Standing Committee of the new Vinh City Party Committee and key positions. The new one has become much stronger, with enough capacity to excellently complete all assigned tasks. This is a decision of turning point significance, with long-term strategic vision to develop Vinh City into the central urban area of Nghệ An Province, an important driving force in the development of Nghệ An, creating the premise for Vinh to develop comprehensively, worthy of being the central urban area of the North Central region according to the orientation of Resolution 39 of the Politburo.
Coming up next are some updated news.
The Ministry of Industry and Trade has set an ambitious target to increase total export turnover by 10 to 12% in 2025 compared to 2024. This goal follows the positive trade performance in 2024, which saw a continued trade surplus exceeding $20 billion entering 2025. Vietnam's exports still face many risks, especially being concentrated mostly in a few large markets. To achieve the set goals, The Ministry of Industry and Trade believes that it is necessary to apply technological innovation and digital transformation in the import-export sector, and encourage the implementation of e-commerce channels according to both business-to-business and business-to-consumer models.
Vietnamese agricultural products are expanding their brand recognition as they gain access to markets in almost 200 countries and territories. Notably, this year, many Vietnamese agricultural products continue to successfully conquer new markets. Many new agricultural products are granted visas for official export, of which the United States is the largest export market for Vietnamese agricultural products with a market share of nearly 22%. To date, 9 types of fresh fruit from Vietnam have been exported to this market. China is the second largest market with an export turnover of about $13.5 billion United States dollars. The recent signing of protocols between Vietnam and China has opened the way for official exports to China market to 17 products. This year, the agricultural sector continues to be a bright spot in the economy. Agricultural, forestry and fishery exports are estimated to reach over $62.5 billion United States dollars, the highest figure ever.
Nghệ An has actively implemented the ERPA greenhouse gas emission reduction program, with a total budget of more than VND 352 billion from the Central Fund for the period 2023 to 2025. By the end of 2024, more than VND 170 billion had been disbursed to beneficiaries, helping to reduce difficulties for people in the highlands. Border districts such as Quy Phong have completed 44 community works, while other districts such as KESHN, TNG DNG, and Công Quang are also urgently speeding up progress. The implementation of the ERPA program not only helps protect the environment but also improves livelihoods, creates positive spillovers, and contributes to protecting social security.
In the winter, temperature often drops sharply. The cold weather lasts for a long time during the day, so teachers in highland of Kishon district are protecting their students from the cold winter days. They help their students have nutritious meal, a warm sleep, and ensure their health for studying.
According to the 2018 education program, all students from grade 1 and above in mountainous and highland areas are required to study at the main school. With this regulation, many students aged 6 to 7 have to leave home to stay in boarding schools at a young age, no longer being hugged by their parents. So the teachers have become second mothers to take care of, nurture, and watch over the sleep of their young children during the cold winter nights.
If it is too cold, I light a fire in the kitchen for the children to warm up. I also manage the kitchen well. The children can watch movies and feel warmer.
To be honest, I love my students more than my own children. My children at home in the lowlands have everything they need, both materially and spiritually, while children in the highlands are far from their parents. So I give them all my love, and they will have a source of encouragement when they are away from their parents. At school, they still have a second mother. That is their teacher.
In the mountainous area of Nghệ An, the temperature is often very low in the winter. There is frost at night and early in the morning in many areas. The cold lasts all day. So the plan to prevent cold and ensure the health of students is always paid much attention by schools with the requirements set for each teacher. It often rainy and cold, especially from November to January of the following year, to ensure that students are well fed and warm enough and to ensure the teaching program. The students' regimes must be adequate. The principal here also often calls on charities to donate clothes to students. According to the forecast of the National Center for Hydrometeorological Forecasting, from now until February 2025, there will be many cold spells. The temperature in mountainous areas will continue to be low and cold. Therefore, The prevention of cold and protection of health for students in remote areas need to be paid more attention by schools, localities, and families.
That is the end of today's news. Thanks for your watching and see you next time.